funny. Sorry, I had that same internal conflict quite a few years ago, and well, I'm not going to tell you what I did because that would lead you in the wrong direction, but keep at it. If it's something that you like, and it's something that, and it's probably something that's good to learn, and I stayed with it for like, I don't know, 3 years, so you should hang in there for at least a little while before you think seriously about quitting. But yeah, think about, are there other instruments that you like, that you would prefer? And also think, well, is this something that would help me become a more well-rounded person? So for instance, if you like piano, and if you learn a lot from it, and learning piano is a skill that you want to have later, then you should stick with it. Yeah, so an internal conflict would be a good one, because you can create, you can think back to what was that little voice saying. Why should I quit? Why should I not quit? And that provides a really interesting base for a personal narrative. Great job. So thank you for sharing that conflict with me. Now I would be happy to take a few questions. We could get maybe 1 or 2 other questions. So it's time for questions and answers. I'm even going to make a little page right here, questions and answers. Great. I would be happy to hear those questions as soon as you have some. It says, what was the first book that you wrote? The first book that I wrote is the lovely Flying Fingers, or at least I think it's lovely. I hope you do too. And it's the one right here. As far as the first story that I wrote, was a little very short one about a boy who goes to a restaurant and orders a cheeseburger. Not the most exciting, but it was a pretty good start. After all, I did write that when I was 4 years old. But my first published book was Flying Fingers. And remember, you don't just have to ask questions about my books, you could also ask questions about personal narrative. In fact, I outlined a few topics right here that you could ask about. Pretty much anything. Let's get one last question.